Just had the most magical experience of seeing the Birkat Kohanim blessing live at the Kotel. This is a blessing that goes all the way back to the Bible. It's the blessing we say to our children every Friday night at the Shabbat table. This is really as close as we can get to the feeling of what it was like to be in the Beis HaMikdash, in the temple. So 2,000 years ago, they were saying the same blessing just behind this wall in the temple. And the feeling of being here today and hearing it is just a little glimpse into what it must have felt like, the magic, the miracles of what it must have felt like to be in the temple receiving this blessing from the Kohanim. Unbelievable, amazing. I feel so blessed to get to experience this today.
I am Lizzy Savetsky, and I'm so excited to be in Israel, my homeland, my favorite place in the world. Jerusalem is my favorite city in the world. I love being here so much. It just feels right. My soul feels home, and it's like this electricity that you can't experience anywhere else in the world. I am a digital influencer and a Jewish activist. And when I come to Israel, I'm reminded why I do all the work that I do, why it is so important to me to lead with Jewish pride, to fight antisemitism. It all makes sense when I'm here. I think that the most important role that I have is to be a link in the chain. My family has an unbroken chain since Mount Sinai, passing our Jewish values from generation to generation, lador vador. And so when I'm gone, all that I will have is the legacy that I leave to my children, that they leave to their children. So to see them light up when they experience Israel, to know that they feel it in their soul the way that I do, is the greatest feeling in the world. The mikveh is one of the cornerstones of the female Jewish life. It is a ritual bath, and it's not a bath to cleanse your body, it's really a bath to cleanse your soul.
Behind me is the Shiloach pool. This was the massive mikveh that Jews would use to purify themselves before going up to the temple to pray to God. It's amazing to me to see this thousands of year old site, because I go to the mikveh today and use this same ritual to purify myself. And it's just amazing to know that this is something that we've been hanging on to for thousands of years. We're standing against the southern wall of the Temple Mount, and here against this wall was where people would enter and exit the temple. People would enter on the right and exit on the left. But if something had happened to you in your life, if you had lost a relative, if you were sick, if you had been excommunicated from your family, then you would enter on the left and exit on the right. And this is so beautiful because it shows that our religion, Judaism, is not just about the individual with God, but it is a communal religion. It is a family-based religion. It's a religion where we all come together and lift each other up so that we can be there for one another in the hard times, in the good times, and this is such a beautiful example of that.
We toured the city of David, which is, I found out, the most ancient site in Jerusalem. So that was a really unbelievable experience to just see how the Jewish people, not only do we date back all these thousands of years, but our traditions, our heritage. There are archaeological findings that we have held on to the same rituals and customs that we have today. city of David right now, and behind me, that big wall is the wall of King David's palace. Now, a lot of us, whenever we hear that there's somebody sick or there's something that we need to urgently pray for, what do? We reach for our Tehillim. All of the prayers in the Tehillim were written by King David. So he could have been sitting right up there, writing his Tehillim or playing his harp. So it's pretty amazing to think that we still purify ourselves in the ritual mikveh bath today, and they were doing this 2,000 years ago, walking this road purified to go and pray to God. And something else that's really cool is behind me, there's this structure, and when they dug up this site, they found the remnants of a palm tree. There was a palm tree right there so that anyone who was up there speaking from their podium, if you will, the ancient podium, could have shade. So it's pretty cool to think that above us was sky, and now we're in this dig, learning all about the ancient times of our people. We are still so deeply tied to our roots and where we come from. And I love seeing this authentic version of what Jerusalem looked like then and Jerusalem looks like now. No matter what changes and how far we go, this will always be home. This will always be where we come from. If you've never been to Israel, it doesn't matter where you come from, what religion you are, Israel is magic for every single person, and it's something that you have to experience for yourself, from the people to the food to the places to visit. There is so much to take in. There's no place in the world like it, and it will change your life just setting foot on the ground here. Stand With Us is about supporting Israel and fighting anti-Semitism. And anyone who cares about the Jewish people should have these two priorities at the top of their list. Stand With Us is all about education, and with so much negative, false propaganda out there about Israel, which we all know leads to hate against the Jewish people, education is our best tool to combat that. So we need Stand With Us to keep doing the work that they're doing and to keep empowering Israelis to tell their stories, so that we can all have the best understanding possible of what it means to be Jewish and what it means to support and love Israel.